Welcome back to another edition of the KrisCross Corner podcast, the show where culture, conversation, and controversy collide. I'm your host, Chris Canty, and today we have the great debaters here. We have Marcel Smith and we have Basil Lowe. Today we will talk about our top, or mine, actually, my top 10 sneaky ass exits in the city of Detroit. Exits that Detroit could have done better, and exits that just sneak up on you, and you might die if you accelerate too fast on these exits. So please beware when I go through these exits because you might find yourself on one of these exits in Detroit if you're already live here or if you're coming to visit. So before we get to that, go to www.KrisCrossCorner.com. We have all merch. We have Detroit Strikes Back hoodies, okay? It is what is it? It's the 45th anniversary this year of Empire Strikes Back. So we have our Detroit Strikes Back hoodies available on KrisCrossCorner.com. Promo code BLACK, BLACK, for free shipping. That's BLACK, BLACK, if you want that free shipping. 45 years is a long time, guys.
I was like, that can't be. Wow, it is.
Yeah, 45 years since Empire Strikes Back came out. One of the best sequels of all time, if we're being honest. It's one of the best sequels of all time. We got What Up Doe, Detroit news, world news, anything that we want to talk about, hot topics, is in this section. We have What Up Doe. So Detroit, the Detroit Pistons have won another game. They're still alive. And I got one thing to say. Marcel.
What do you got to say to us? No, put it down.
Yep.
Put it down.
Pistons in 7. Okay. Pistons in 7. Okay. We got Son of Sam, Turkey and Ham, Peanut Butter and Jam. Pistons in 7.
Honestly, we're doing much better than the Heat.
I mean, yeah, the Heat got swept. Way better than Memphis and Orlando. They talk about Giannis coming to Detroit. That's never gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. But I've seen crazier things. We did get Blake Griffin.
Yeah, and how'd that turn out?
We did get Allen Iverson. We did get Tracy McGrady. So hey, we could get some stars. You never know.
And again, how did that turn out?
It don't matter how it turned out. We still got the star. And speaking of stars, Shadur Sanders.
Oh Christ!
Wait, I think you said stars.
Shadur Sanders. Okay, he's gonna be a star. Okay, he's an uprising star in the NFL. He's on the Cleveland Browns for now, because they have, I think, 5 quarterbacks now in their quarterback room. It's crazy.
Gabriel, Flacco,
That's not the crazy part. That's not the crazy part, though.
What's the crazy part, Marcel?
And honestly, I'm surprised Bird and Chuck ain't here, but Jeff Udrich's son need to get his ass whipped.
What happened?
See now, Shadur Sanders got prank called by the son of the defensive coordinator for the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh no!
That phone number was pretty much, organizational clearance, and because of that, not only were the Falcons fined $250,000.
That's it.
No, Jeff Ulbrich, the guy, the son of who made the prank call, he got fined $100,000.
That's it.
Mention this is the son's fault. A 21-year-old doing a prank call to Shadur Sanders. He almost lost his job.
Mm-hmm.
Belt to ass the marathon.
That's true.
My favorite was you had some people trying to say, "Oh, it's just a boy's prank." Like the kid,
Maybe 21.
the kid is 21 years old. Like, what do you mean?
21 years old. You old enough to drink. I'm sorry. In my opinion, if you 21 years old, you should have a firm grasp of what the consequences of your actions are.
Right? Like the
You
one
would
dude
think.
that got killed off of
And
what
he's
was it,
gonna be
75
working
or
at
94?
FedEx for years.
There's nothing wrong with working at FedEx, guys.
Yeah, you're gonna be shoot.
No,
Trust and believe a lawsuit is coming from Shadur.
you make him work the concession stand.
In Cleveland, people can't afford the concessions. But anyway, yeah, Shadur Sanders, congratulations. You're now a NFL quarterback. Let's hope you can stay healthy. Speaking of staying healthy, these damn Lions, man. The Lions selected a lot of people in this draft. They selected, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 people. But most importantly, we had our number one or the first round draft pick. Not number one. I think we were like 28 or 27.
Yeah, 28th. 28th.
We got the defensive lineman out of Ohio State, Tyleik Williams. So that's good. We need more people on our defensive line because after last year, even though we were 15-2, our defensive line was getting depleted every second Wednesday. Okay. We did get an offensive lineman, Tate Ratledge from Georgia, a wide receiver from Arkansas, which I didn't even know that Arkansas had a football team.
Man, come on now. They're SEC royalty. No, they ain't.
They have an offensive lineman, Miles Frazier out of LSU, defensive
Oh,
lineman Ahmed Hassanin, which is the first Egyptian born drafted out of the NFL draft, out of Boise State. Safety Dan Jackson from Florida. I mean, not Florida, Georgia. And then wide receiver
white boy.
Dominic Lovett.
A white boy at safety.
Wait, you said an Egyptian born
Yeah, he's from
Mhm.
out
Egyptian.
of Boise State.
He's from
Mhm.
he was Egyptian born and he played football at Boise State.
I want to know what the freaking backstory of that one is. Like, how?
You know how many African born linemen there are in the NFL?
In just
No,
Nigeria.
it's not. That's not the thing that's throwing me off. It's the how the fuck did you get? Like, did you get exiled to Idaho or something? Like, how did that
No,
get?
it's called getting a scholarship to a college. You don't get a
That
choice in
or
that.
that or international studies.
Yeah, so you just go to Boise State. They're the ones who selected you. You go play football there. Hey,
Do they even like foreigners in Idaho?
it don't matter.
I
This
don't
is
know.
it's the university. The
I
university
don't
is
know.
a safe space.
Idaho's been kind of iffy on that immigration ish.
No, Idaho is not even iffy. Their stance is no. We don't want y'all
Yeah.
here. Y'all saw who they voted for?
Let's hope let's hope a potato famine doesn't hit Idaho.
It probably
That's
won't.
all I'm gonna say.
I mean, it actually might because Donald Trump. But
It can explain why they're trying to absorb half of Oregon.
Okay, you can't do that. Take Portland, but you can leave the rest.
actually, the rest of Oregon's trash. Actually, all of Oregon is trash.
That's actually what they want is the like stuff outside of the West Coast. They want all that like eastern half.
Next, they're gonna add Washington.
It's not going to help them any better. Like, what's it
No.
going to do? You're
Yeah,
going to
but
get
we
half
need
a
more.
representative seat. Like, there's still the same population. No one even lives in Oregon. Like, stop it. Speaking of shutting down, the Detroit police shut down a strip club for letting teenagers inside, y'all. They let 14-year-olds
Wait.
in the strip club.
See, now this is why parents.
Not as dancers, right?
How do you allow? How do you allow that?
No.
You ain't that rich enough to get. Come on, man.
Now there were a few strip clubs, Basil, in Detroit that did have 15-year-olds as dancers, though. But we're not gonna get it. We're not gonna get into that today. We're gonna get into the strip club last weekend that let teenagers party inside the strip club. And the reason why people knew that they were there is because the parents showed up. They had the find your location on their kid's phone, and they found out that the location was inside the strip club on Michigan Avenue. Let me look up the name of it real quick.
I thought it would have been funnier if it would have been like, Dad, Sandra, what you doing here?
Timmy, Toby, what are you doing here?
Were they trying to get all the Diddy's and R. Kelly's?
No, there was shoot. I don't know what they was trying to do. It was the Sting Gentlemen's Club on Michigan Avenue near Central Avenue, which is on the southwest side.
Ooh.
Which I forgot. I forgot that was over there.
It's not Corktown. What's the next one?
It's in Southwest Detroit. It's not Mexican town. It's in deep Southwest. Like as soon as you cross Wyoming, like Central should be like a mile east from Dearborn. So you cross the Dearborn border or the Detroit border from Dearborn on Wyoming, and I think Central's like a mile or a mile and a half east going towards downtown, and it's right there.
So like by Martin?
Yeah, Martin. Yeah, Martin's over there.
Okay.
Central, Cecil.
I was trying to like get my location.
Yeah, it's over there. So yeah, don't let your kids go to a strip club. Just because that's just for me. Don't do it.
No, don't do it.
Now, however, if you are a 30-year-old celebrating your 30th birthday, and then you tell all your friends to go to Legends downtown, and then you come down a new man after you go upstairs, which we're not going to talk about what happens upstairs at Legends, but we are going to talk about.
Hell, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. I could have been Mr. Cash App.
Okay, all right. We're not going to talk about that either. We're going to move on to. Since we're talking about stuff you're not supposed to do in Detroit, the main thing. This is a PSA from Christopher Canty and everybody, including Basil and Marcel at KrisCross Studios. PSA: if you ain't got your papers, you have no business going on the Bridge to Canada exit off 96. Okay? People are getting deported, y'all, to El Salvador for taking the wrong exit. We got to stop this, guys. It says Bridge to Canada International. Okay? If you ain't got your paper, right? And this happened twice in the last few months. Okay?
Yeah.
One of them was a woman that she was like doing like shopping or something, and she took the wrong exit. I said, how do you not? It says Canada. You have to have like your papers.
Do not take this. It'll tell you, do not take this exit.
It says there is no re-entry too. There's the thing that says no re-entry into the U.S. Like you are stuck. You will be going to Canada. You will be paying your $5 to go over the bridge. The Canadians will rip apart your car. Then you got to get back over here. And then they're going to question if you're a U.S. citizen. And that's when it really gets down. Like it gets scary. It gets scary over here. In Canada, they don't care. They'll just rip apart your car and be like, yo, we're nice. They ain't going to be nice. Okay? So please have your papers.
Now, is it still the enhanced ID or is it something extra?
You can have your enhanced ID if you can.
All right.
But it's preferred if you have a passport.
I ain't paying for no passport. That's $400.
No, it's not. What passports are like 100 something?
Yeah. Well, hold on.
But if you want it expedited, then they might get up to 400. You know, if you want your passport tomorrow, it definitely will be $400.
Yeah, that's 400.
Yeah, I'm not going international like that until like later this year. So
165?
that's nothing.
Yeah, that's a
It's
regular passport price.
$165 for 10 years.
Yeah.
With like
You
that
know I ain't living that long.
you can't beat that.
I don't want to go through the whole process. I'd have to, because of how long it's been, I would have to basically have to start all over again. It wouldn't be a renewal. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, because
Nobody wants.
you gotta bring in
Nobody
like
wants
you gotta bring
to.
in like a picture, like a recent picture of yourself and all that shit.
Nobody
Social
wants to.
security card, birth certificate. You have to bring
You gotta get a notary.
like one or two proof of like your address and stuff like that. It's like, dude, it's on my driver's license already. What the hell you
You
mean you
gotta
need more proof of, like, who still does like physical mail anymore? Like,
you gotta bring in like 2 chicken bones from your B-dubs to match the dental records. So okay, so Basil, this is gonna make you bad. So the people in Lansing, the lame people in Lansing who are on the conservative side of the aisle, said that they're gonna pass a law stating that you have to bring your ID to vote in elections. But here's the crazy part, Basil. You
That though.
you already have to do that shit.
yeah, when you go to the Secretary of State.
No, you already have to do that when you have to go vote. You have to show
Right.
proof of citizenship.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for doing some of that. We already
It's not even
know.
citizenship. It's just, yeah, I live here.
Mm-hmm.
I bet. I bet some of his people don't even have IDs right now. Just
I'm just saying, like you
Give
can't be
me
a
my people.
you can't be a politician. You can't be a politician of the United States and not know basic shit like that.
we're cooked.
In other news, we're gonna move on to stupid criminals. Okay, so this is crazy. So a thief ordered food with a stolen phone. So an individual in Chicago was apprehended after using a stolen phone to order food, revealing his location to the police. Authorities tracked him and found the stolen items, leading to his arrest. So, people, if you're going to steal a cell phone, turn off the location settings. Okay? That's rule number one. Rule number two, if you're going to be buying something and ordering something that's going to be brought to you, don't order it on DoorDash or Uber Eats or Postmates because they have your location. They have to bring it to you somehow. Dumbass. Okay, so a burglar gets stuck in a chimney. So in 2017, this is retro, stupid criminals. In 2017, a man attempting to break into a house got stuck inside the chimney and then called 911 for help. When firefighters arrived and rescued him, he was subsequently arrested.
I would have just stayed in that B.
Looking like Bert from Mary Poppins. Step in time.
Um,
Step in time.
where was this? Because I know it damn sure ain't in Detroit.
It was in Germany.
Thought so.
All right, we're going to move on to the top 10. The top 10 sneaky ass exits in, in Detroit. Hold on one second. My top 10 sneaky ass exits in Detroit. Now, these are exits that Detroit should have just either not made or could have done better. You could also die if you accelerate too fast on these, or they just sneak up on you, or you just might, have a near miss, side swipe. I think Bezos had a few experiences with these exits when he visited up here in Detroit, but we're going to go over these exits real quick. Number 10, we have the Van Dyke and East 94. Okay. Right now, for the past 7 years, there has not been an exit sign for this exit.
What?
So if you blink, you miss it.
So we gotta oh, that's gotta be illegal.
So if you don't see this exit, you will miss it. Van Dyke
Hey,
and 94.
is there no sign?
There's no sign there. Because it used to be on a bridge, but they took the bridge away. They took the bridge
They
away.
did.
They took the bridge.
They stole the
Oh
bridge.
yeah.
They
That's
stealing
that's
they're stealing porches and bridges, Marcel, in Detroit.
you steal a bridge. How you steal a bridge?
Hey, that's what hey. Welcome to the D, baby.
I mean, I can understand if it's a porch, but a bridge?
You understand the porch? You know how much time and effort you gotta do to steal
You
the
know how
porch?
many houses in the Metro Detroit area don't have porches?
Yeah, because niggas steal them.
I was gonna say. And why do you think that is, Marcel?
Niggas got envious. They're like, I want that porch. All
Good, buddy.
right, we have number 9. We have Davison onto the Lodge Freeway, southbound. Like if you are going 45 miles an hour going towards the lodge, you are going to be in the freeway like Dukes of Hazzard. You're going to go into the freeway.
Yeah.
You're going to die. You got to slow down to about good 25, 30 miles an hour and make that turn onto the freeway.
And then you gotta slam on the accelerator.
Slam on the accelerator once you get on the freeway because the exit is like 100 feet. That's all you got. If that, maybe 85.
I was gonna say, if that,
Maybe
it's probably like 50
shoot.
almost.
I said you just gotta you gotta have a head on a swivel. Number 8 we have number 8 we have Trumbull. The Trumbull exit off of the I-75 Lodge ramp. So you have the Lodge going southbound, then you go on the I-75 ramp towards Toledo, but then you have the Trumbull exit that's right on that ramp as well. So you're getting off on the exit towards 75, but then Trumbull's like, "Oh yeah, I'm here. If you want to see me, you got to come this way." As you're turning on a 25 mile per hour turn,
Where's that one?
it's like it's after the Grand River exit on Lodge. So you're getting off this Lodge in 75. So you're going towards downtown. You're getting off at 75 towards Tiger Stadium. But then they made that
Okay.
exit so you can get off at Trumbull. And that was for Tiger Stadium back in the day. So as you're getting off, trying to get on 75, Trumbull's like, "Hey, I'm right here. Get off here." And if you get off at that exit at like 45 miles an hour, you might run a red light and crash into somebody. That's how dangerous that exit is.
I'm glad I haven't needed to get off there because I caught up.
You make that good turn, it's a wrap. Number 7, we have 7 Mile exit onto the Lodge. Like not just like I said about the Davidson exit. You got a good 80 feet. Okay, 80 feet. And then the Lodge is structured a way where you can't see the cars coming onto the freeway. But they're coming on at high speeds too. And we're already going at high speeds. So someone's got to win. Okay? Someone's got to win the fight of the exit. And sometimes in the court of law, if you don't use your indicator, you're going to lose. Okay? So please have your indicators on when you're driving on the Lodge Freeway. And especially if you're coming onto the freeway. Okay? I'm not a lawyer. I just know friends who have had lawyers during these traffic cases. Okay? Number 6, we have the Woodward Avenue / Oakland Avenue off of the Davidson Freeway / I-75 interchange. Now, if you don't understand where this exit is, neither do I understand why they put it there. Okay? It's just there. Just like the Trumbull exit on another exit, this is an exit on another exit to a main thoroughfare of Detroit. If you blink, you miss it. Okay? Number 5.
Oh.
What's to say it again, Basil?
I was like, are you talking about the one like
It's in Highland Park. or Hamtramck. No, Highland Park.
Okay. Because I'm trying to picture that one.
So you're going either way. Either way, you're going to either going towards downtown, southbound on 75, and you get off at Davison. You get that huge turn, like 25-mile-per-hour turn, and then right at that
Yeah.
turn, you have an exit to get on the Woodward. It's like, God damn it, how am I supposed to get over? It's so sneaky. It'll sneak up on you.
It's like I'm even trying to look it up. I'm like, where the hell is it? I'm like, oh, you know what? It's like I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It'll come up on you. Number 5, we have Woodward in 94, westbound. If you blink, you miss it.
that one I have. That one I have experience with.
It wasn't scary.
Seeing as I was in the Spark, yes, it was.
Mm-hmm. All them potholes and shit.
And also avoiding everyone doing like 80.
Mm-hmm. You got to do 80
You
on
had a
94. It's the only
problem.
way. It's the only way. If you go 55, what are you doing? Go on a side street and do 55. Wait a minute. Okay, we have number 4. We have Warren Avenue slash 75 and northbound 94 interchange. Have you been on that one yet, Basil?
You know, I don't think I have.
When you turn on Warren, when you're on Warren and you turn onto northbound 75, you have 3 options. You can either stay on the service drive or go on the one exit ramp, but you have to either go on 94 or 75. Okay? Now if you go on 94, you're gonna go on a ramp to nowhere, then under a ramp to get onto the huge one that goes to, east or west. If you go on 75, you're gonna go on the over ramp to get to 75.
Oh. No, you know what? I have been on this one.
It's a tricky exit, ain't it?
Um, honestly, I think I was so busy trying to follow someone, just like I was more focused on just like making sure
Mm-hmm.
I saw their bumper. I think that's what distracted me from it, honestly.
Man, because if you don't know where you're
Yeah.
going, oh boy.
No, admittedly, like I was not really paying attention to like people around me. So, and I probably, as a driver, one should pay attention to your surroundings. But that time, I think luckily I was not.
Mm. Well, speaking of that, number 3 is a test to anybody who has ever driven in the city of Detroit. And if you're saying no to this, you're lying, and you should recheck your life and get a therapist. Number 3 is literally all exits that are the next exit off of the Lodge and 94 interchange. There's literally a sign before you get on the exit that says, "You shall not, you shout, not exit on the next exit or face the consequences. Either death, side swipe, head on collision, some days, some nights, or there will be a police officer waiting at the exit because your ass didn't read the sign." Okay? Like when you're going if you're on 94 and you're trying to go northbound on the Lodge, it says, "You shall not, you will not, you cannot exit off at Milwaukee/Grand Boulevard." And try doing that during rush hour. You will die.
And people still,
And
yeah.
people will do it during rush hour. Or you're going south on Lodge, and going on eastbound 94. It says, "Do not try to exit off to Woodward or I-75. You will die. You will die." And so many people have gotten into accidents, got sideswiped. It's just disaster. And I'm glad I think they're gonna get rid of it during the 94 rehab project, but we don't know. Okay, I hope they do get rid of it because it's a hassle. All right, number
Wouldn't it
two.
be? I was gonna
Sorry.
say, wouldn't it be funny if they made it worse?
I can imagine. They probably will make it worse. Just because. But number two, this is something that the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan actually did do good. The Lodge Freeway and Elmhurst Avenue. They closed this exit down because people literally died on this exit. Okay, people just don't read. It says Elmhurst, 25-mile-per-hour exit, and it shows a 90-degree turn. Like, yo, you have to slow down or you will die. People have like went through the barricades. They just skidded through. I don't, it's a lot. A lot has happened on this exit that I can't explain. I've seen a few people crash and burn because they did not
You said
read.
they got rid of it.
Yeah, they closed it down. It's still there, but they just closed off the access. There's like barricades and everything. Weeds growing out of the concrete. They're like, yeah, we're gonna shut it down. A few people have died. 26.
Which is a shame because did, did you ever fall like pay attention to the I think there used to be a Facebook group just for it of like how many times people would get in accidents where it's like there was an accident this week. Here's another one.
And they're all on Elmhurst. All on Elmhurst and Lodge. And number one, like I said earlier with the border, all bridge to Canada exits. If you don't pay attention, your ass might just get deported to El Salvador. Okay. We don't want you to go to El Salvador, okay? Especially if you were born in any country outside of El Salvador. You're supposed to go back to where you came from. If you go to El Salvador and you're not from El Salvador, isn't that illegal, Mr. Trump? But anyway, those are my top 10 sneaky ass exits in Detroit. If you have any other sneaky ass exits, please let us know. I would like to know so I can go drive on them or drive by them and try to see if I'll survive. Um, but before we wrap up, I want to hear from you, the KrisCross crew. We got wild and thought provoking ideas. If you have an idea for a top 10 list, send it my way. Hit me up on social media um, or email suggestions to the KrisCross Studios Facebook group or email me, straight up, KrisCrossStudios at Gmail. Your topic might end up on a future episode. Okay. Today's episode was actually from someone who listens to the podcast. Ironically, they're from Canada. Okay. And I talked about all the exits to Canada. Okay. We're scared of that exit. Okay. Someone actually did a demonstration on Instagram of how to exit, how to get off on the Canada exits from I-75. The exit was on the far right side. He was in the left lane. I said, that is how you exit. That is how you do it. You stay the fuck away from it. Okay. Stay in the left lane. The exit's on the right. You stay on the left. Okay. Just stay the fuck away from it.
Especially when you're coming from the south. I don't understand how one does. I'm not saying send them to El Salvador, but maybe it is a good thing if you do somehow get deported. Like if you somehow, even if you're born here, if you somehow did not understand the 2 or 3 signs that say Ambassador Bridge, no entry or no re-entry or whatever, and if you still somehow miss that, your reading skills suck.
Actually, even on what street is there? It's not Clark. No, it's Grand Boulevard. You're on Grand Boulevard. There's a service drive. If you turn on the service drive and it says "Do not enter, no re-entry to the USA," like
Oh,
yo,
for the tunnel.
no, for the bridge. That's for the bridge. You're on the
Is
ground
there
on.
one you got off of grid?
Yeah, on Grand Boulevard is 75, right there. There's a service drive exit onto the bridge to get to the toll booth. You're like, yo, if you turn on that service drive, you are fucked.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know of this service drive.
Oh, I'll send you. I'll send you pictures. Do they even have this in Mexico? I wonder if they have this in like Arizona, California, Texas. Like, do they have roads where it's like, hey, you no reentry into the USA? Okay,
Corn traps.
like traps. Like we're about to get your ass. Like, let me see.
Oh,
Like Brownsville, stand up. Laredo, El Salvador, not El Salvador, El Paso, Tijuana, San Diego. Let us know if y'all got some traps
San Diego.
down there. Because
Oh,
I don't ever see those down there. I'm on Google Maps like all day, and I don't see it in like in border towns in Mexico. But you
I
definitely
don't
will
even
see it
care
in
about.
Buffalo and Detroit.
I don't even wait. There's one in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm. Or Niagara Falls, where over there in that area. I've seen them over there. They say don't get off here. You will get deported. Not like deported, but there ain't no reentry into the USA.
I don't think I've ever recall.
I gotta see some other signs. Maybe it's something like Vermont or like upstate New York, or
No,
maybe
those ones.
see. Oh
Those
my,
ones are usually. Those ones are usually like pretty like straightforward, where it's like, hey, just so you know, the interstate's about to like end now
like
because you're
now,
going to
like now,
because you're going to
you're
Canada.
stuck.
So, well, no, no, so it's almost kind of like you know how maybe you don't know. So when you go up to the UP,
No, I don't know.
75
I've never been up there.
will stop at Sault Ste. Marie, but it does not stop directly at the it stops just like one last street so that it gives you a chance to still turn if you need to. At that point, if you still keep going straight, fuck, you're dumb.
It's like maybe we could go a little bit farther, just a tad bit farther.
Big giant ass Canadian flag, like straight in front of you. It's like at that point, if you somehow can't even understand pictures and colors,
Hey man, some people just want to. Hey, I just want the thrill.
and if you want to, yeah, I say if you want to talk about exits that need to be like changed up with, I the Ambassador Bridge one needs a whole work over.
It does. It's outdated.
And I kind of wonder how the Gordie Howe one is going to be.
It's finished. The Gordie Howe X's are finished. Um,
Oh no, so it's finished, but
it's gonna be uninterrupted. It's free flowing. There's not gonna be like it's not gonna be like the Ambassador Bridge where you have to stop at the toll to and then it's gonna like get stopped and backed up. It's gonna be free. It's gonna be free flowing. The only stoppage you'll find on the bridge on both sides is when you're coming in for customs. So if we're coming from USA to Canada, most of the stopping is going to be in Canada. But if you're coming from Canada to USA,
it's
all
going
the
to be in
stop
the
is going
U.S.
to be
Yeah.
in here. So
Oh no, I'm
you
just
can
talking
get
about
over
like
there.
when it comes to. I'm just talking about the exits. Like, how's it going to go for? Like, are people still going to screw up like the Ambassador Bridge or?
They'll probably give him more time because the Ambassador Bridge exit is more like you're on this exit and you're going to Canada. The Gordie Howe Bridge, you literally have to go through, I think, at least 3 miles to get to the river, like a mile and a half or 2 miles. So
Yeah.
I think they have
Oh,
time to turn around.
but do they have any like side arteries to be like, hey, this is your chance to otherwise
Shoot, if I got no papers, I'd be like, yo, I just wanted to see what it looked like. I want to go back home.
no, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
You know how tall that bridge is, Basil? You can see the bridge from the Henry Ford Museum. That's how tall that motherfucker is. I was in the
I
parking
can't wait
lot.
till that thing is open.
I said, wait a minute. I was like, what is that out there? I was like, that's the bridge. God damn.
I forget what's the due date of when that's supposed to open up finally?
It was supposed to open now, but they're saying either late summer or fall of 25.
I think that's what I'm gonna do for my birthday. If it opens fall or late summer, that's what I'm gonna do for my birthday.
Oh, I'm definitely going to Canada using the bridge, but I want to get my passport first. Just in case they do some BS at the border. I'm a citizen.
I
It says
wanna go-
Michigan. My thing says Michigan.
like, dude, I'm from here.
I'm in Michigan. I got my Make America Great Again hat. I'm one of you guys. I'm loyal. I'm loyal to the crown. But anyway, that's been another edition of KrisCross Corner. I'll see you guys next time. I'm your host, Kris Canty. We have Basil and Marcel Smith on the show. Marcel is being quiet for the rest of the show because he can't drive. But it's okay. We're going to see you guys next week.